Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video solution manuals for your Chapter 1 review packet for geometry. Again, this is a 30-question multiple choice packet. I believe there's only one question on the entire packet that is not multiple choice. This video series will show you the detailed solutions and explanations for the solutions to all 30 questions. Each video will contain approximately 5 solutions. The titles themselves will tell you what numbers on the packet are covered. So, number 1 is using the figure at the top. It asks, what is another name for line L? When we name it with a cursive line, we can name it using any 2 points on the line. If we look at our choices, A, B, C, and D, C is a point, not a line, so that's eliminated. And P is actually the name of the plane, not the line, so that's eliminated. So right off the bat, we're down to BD and AB. If we look, BD is actually line M, which is not line L, so that would also be eliminated. The only name there that's appropriate for line L is line AB. Number 2 is a betweenness of points problems. It says, given that A is between Y and Z, so right away we should be drawing a picture of a line segment, YZ, and somewhere in the middle of that line segment should be a point A. Then it tells us some stuff about that. YA is 14x, AZ is 10x, and the entire length, YZ, is 12x plus 48. Now, if A is between Y and Z, then we have the equation YA plus AZ equals YZ. And we should be plugging in these things appropriately. So 14x plus 10x equals 12x plus 48. We combine like terms would give us 24x equals 12x plus 48. Then we are going to subtract 12x from each side, which would give us 12x equals 48. And then we will divide by 12, which will give us our solution for x as being x equals 4. Now, let's check back, see if that answers the question. It does not, because we are supposed to be finding AZ. Well, if x is 4, AZ is 10 times 4, or 40 units. So our correct answer is letter B, 40. Number 3 is exactly the same style of question. We should draw a picture. It says B is between A and C. AB is 2y, BC is 6y, and the entire length of AC is 48. Find the value of y. So again, we have AB plus BC equals AC. We plug in what we know. 2y plus 6y equals 48. Combine like terms. 8y equals 48. And then divide by 8, which would give us y equals 6. Check to see if that's the answer to the question. It is, because we're asked to find y. So our answer is C, 6. Number 4 asks for the distance between points M and N. This is going to be distance formula. We have x1, y1, x2, and y2. So x1 is negative 2, y1 is 3, x2 is 8, y2 is 2. We're going to use the distance formula, which will be provided to you on a reference sheet. And we're going to plug in those 4 values to the distance formula. So we have the square root of x2 minus x1, which actually ends up being 8 plus 2, because we're doing 8 minus negative 2. Those 2 negatives would cancel each other out, become positive. And then for the y's, we have 2 minus 3 squared. So that means that our distance is the square root of 10 squared plus negative 1 squared, which is 100 plus 1, or the square root of 101, which does not reduce and is our answer. The distance is the square root of 101. On number 5, and we're going to stop this video after number 6 and start a new video at number 7. It says, which 3 points in the figure are collinear? That is a vocab word that means on the same line. If we examine our options, we see that A, B, and D are definitely not on the same line, so that's out. A, B, and C are definitely not on the same line. They form a triangle as well. E, C, and A are not on a straight line. The only ones that are F, G, and E. So our answer would be D. Then it says, name the intersection of a plane P and a plane. The intersection of any 2 planes is always a line. So we are being asked to name the line of intersection between plane P, which is the big plane in the picture, and the plane that contains B, C, and D. So this plane here is the one that we're being asked to find. That intersection is going to be along that line right there, which is the line BC. That's it for the first video. The next video will cover number 7 through wherever I decide is a good stopping point.